I am in Dubai attending Arabian Travel Market, and I'm honored to have with me Michael Henssler, who is the Chief Operating Officer of Centara Group. Very nice to meet you.
Thank you, and thank you for having me. Pleasure to meet you.
So, from what I have learned, you had very good results in 2023. 2024 is also doing very well. So, what are the specific factors that are driving this expansion, and how do the new resort openings align with your company's broader growth strategy?
Centara, as you know, is a Thailand-based hotel company and part of the Central Group.
Yes.
Okay. In the past, our focus was very strong on Thailand, our home market, and that's also driving mainly the results. It's a very strongly performing market, and that's good. Our growth strategy is to be in the top 100 hotel groups worldwide in terms of number of hotel rooms operated by end of 2027.
All right.
Though that means basically three things. We need to have more growth platforms, i.e. brands, or add on to brands like, for example, Mirage. And I guess we talk about this being here in Dubai.
Absolutely.
Obviously the growth platforms, then countries, territories, and very clearly we want to diversify the markets. We go very strongly in international markets. And then also the third factor, business models. Is it all owned? Is it more managed contracts? Is it more ventures or joint ventures, participations, etc.? So we are building together a very, very strong toolbox of brands, territories, and business models to underpin those efforts.
How many hotels you have right now?
At the moment, we have 52 open hotels.
All right.
And about 40 in the pipeline.
In how many markets?
In 11 countries. 11 countries. We just opened 11th country in Vientiane, Laos, with the COSI a few days back, etc. And coming back to the result or the growth, obviously domestic market or our home market performing very strong. Also shows a global political developments. Obviously being in Thailand is very beneficial. Yet again, in Dubai, in Qatar, Maldives and Japan, we're doing very well.
All right.
The new venture in Osaka started last year in July and actually performs extremely well.
How about the European markets?
Well, high on the agenda as a second step. The European market is potentially a little bit more difficult to handle and to work with. The immediate focus is on China, Japan, Middle East, where we are now, in Africa, Southeast Asia. And in Europe, we would definitively love to come to the front door. That means Paris, London, Berlin, Rome.
Okay.
Milano, etc., with one of our top brands, etc. And probably you're going to ask me, but Greece.
Well, it's very popular destination in Europe. It's growing very fast.
Very much so, and I think we would fit in with the feeder markets we have. And last year we also celebrated our 40th anniversary.
Yes.
And the credibility over these 40 years was built up mainly through the resorts in Thailand. When you go to Hua Hin, Phuket, Krabi, Samui, these were resorts that over the last years performing very strong. At the beginning in the German-speaking markets, Austria, Switzerland, and Germany. Then obviously going further, UK, etc. And these are also very interesting market for Greece. Now our credibility in Far East, our credibility in our home markets, all very important feeder markets for Greece. It's clearly a match.
I will have to ask, Thailand in general is famous for the hospitality, the Thainess. So how will you manage to pass this concept to your brands outside of Thailand? So your guests coming to Thailand, they are expecting to experience the Thainess, this type of service. How are you going to implement this outside of Thailand?
I mean, very briefly, obviously it's about food, spa and smiles, if you want to condense it very much.
Okay.
And obviously there is always going to be a very strong focus on food and beverage.
Yeah.
On the Thai part, with Centara, our own spa line, be it now for children in the Mirage part here or at the Reserve, at a very high-end level.
Yes.
That's one thing. And we always have a great number of Thai people working that we bring here.
About that.
Yeah, sure. For example, when you look here in Dubai, it's about 40 people from Thailand that we have here in all positions. It's not just.
Is there a percentage that you are looking for of Thai people working
no,
for your
it's really in the key positions.
Okay.
You want definitively at the front desk. You want definitively in food and beverage.
Okay.
For example, also in top management. For example, Maldives, we have a Thai general manager. Okay, in many other destinations, and beyond the chefs, really to make sure that this DNA of hospitality, that DNA of smile, etc., is really ingrained in what we are doing. And it's not a number game. It's really the hotel. For example, in Osaka, it's a 515 hotel in number. Pretty much lifestyle, etc. So you bring another team in. Then, for example, here in Dubai, where it's really completely family focused, very much fun, entertainment, etc. So you have different teams. So definitively, we in these things we certainly do not want to create a home away from home. Because if you do a home away from home, why bother stay home? You go for an Instagrammable moment. You go for the smile in the face of your kids. For this. Oh wow, I had a great time, and there you don't go with a completely standardized approach.
Since you mentioned it about the Mirage brand, which is a family-oriented themed hotel, and you have one here in Dubai. We will experience it later this week. Talk to me a little bit about this concept and how are you planning to expand further this project? Why this project is successful among your guests?
Mirage actually is an add-on to one of our hotels.
All right.
Okay. Now, Mirage means it's a water park. It's a themed water park. Entertainment, immersive. Now in Pattaya, for example, we have a Centara Grand Mirage. Okay, a full 5-star product with a water park, the themed restaurants that go with it, unpretentious, accessible, yet on a quite high level. Here in Dubai, we added it to a Centara.
Okay.
So upper upscale hotel, so a Centara Mirage.
All right.
Mui Ne in Japan, in Vietnam, excuse me, we have a Centara Mirage, and we are now going to the Maldives with a Mirage. Okay, and I think the success is it's uncomplicated. It really takes care of the kids. Yet again, it is sophisticated enough. It has very good quality food and beverage. It's very safe. Here in Dubai specifically, I think the success of it is that it's unpretentious. The success that you have although the choice of going all inclusive, which is very uncomplicated for many markets. And for example, even the domestic markets here love that product. The regional market love that product, and long haul also. It was. I mean, you know the location. In Dubai Island is something that has yet to be fully developed. Sure. Yet again, we run rates higher than on the Palm, and occupancy is far above 80% all year round. And it really is a very good, sweet spot, staying out of the mainstream, and a very uncomplicated, all-around offer for families in a very safe environment. And people just stay. The length of stay is phenomenal. Consumption is nobody goes out. It's really very nice.
Sounds great.
And our joint venture partner wants also to further develop it here in the region.
You would say that that brand will be your priority in your expansion plan? Or?
Well, I mean, coming to the expansion plan. I mean, if we want to go in the top 100 hotels,
yes.
At the moment we certainly still own a lot of our real estate. Okay, and the brand carrier, the core of our business is Centara brand.
Sure.
5-star resorts in top destinations and in the cities where we are, like Osaka, Bangkok, etc. Probably one of the best MICE offers. Real. True. Now, if we want to grow in that far, we either have to buy another company or build real estate in an extremely space, or we grow in management contracts. So the future, we need about probably 15,000 more rooms, depending on how the others behave, what the mergers and acquisitions below us are, and I would carefully guess about 10 to 15,000 rooms. I mean, we have it calculated exactly, and out of that, about 25% will be owned and 75% will be management contracts, etc. And so on the management contracts will certainly be more in the Centara Mirage and Centara Life field. And the owned asset or joint venture asset is probably going to be more in the Grand and Reserve field.
In Bangkok, the Centara grants usually they are combined with the shopping malls and other real estate properties. Is this a plan that you are going to follow in other markets also?
Not necessarily. For example, in Osaka, yes, we are in a shopping area and in an F&B area in Namba, very lively. I mean, really a fun place, but we are not connected to a mall. You know that Central Group, the main business is retail. So, and in the historic part, you know, the hotel was added on to a mall or a piece of real estate that the mother company or the Central Group was developing, and so Centara, being the hospitality arm of that group, was adding on, but it's not a must. All right.
Another thing, with by expanding that much, I cannot avoid to ask about your sustainability plans, because I'm reading your information that one of your targets is to be net zero emissions by 2050. So how are you going to achieve that?
No, it's
a big goal.
No, it's a very big goal and a very important goal. And it is absolutely ingrained in whatever the entire Centara group is doing. Okay, and carbon neutrality. It's as a way we build our real estate, the choices of material, what we do, from the recycling perspective. It goes far beyond the no plastic and things. It's really, from solar of all the roofs of our malls, that feeds the hotels. It's a very broad array, and we are also stock market listed, so our ESG report is very much public and in the forefront. And we're very proud. We just have been awarded in Thailand, being the first company who actually, through Bureau Veritas, who actually achieved all their goals, and many of the goals had to be revised.
All right.
Because when we look at 2050, we probably will make it earlier.
All right.
Okay, because now, and I think it's very important, and specifically and Thailand as a country looks at that. Sustainable financing, all these things. Now, obviously, we all want to make the world a better place.
Sure.
We all want to preserve the world for the next generation. But in the same time, there is, at this moment, very much an immediate benefit of getting loans at 2 percentage points lower rates if you achieve such goals. So and in that context, it is really something very important. And in our office, we have 8 people in our head office. For the size of our company, which is not huge, but we have 8 people who don't do anything else but keeping us on track, questioning us what we are doing, where we are purchasing, is it sustainable, is it fair trade, is it carbon neutral, or at least on the way to neutrality, are we buying locally, and all these aspects. So it's something very close to my heart.
Very good, very good. So last but not least, I would like a couple of comments about the Arabian travel market that we're here and this Middle East market. It's an important market for you.
I think one of the most important shows. Not only because it is one of the most important feeder markets in the world, it's where development is happening. This is where the movers and the shakers are. I don't think one can afford to not be here and not to have a stand here. It's a positioning statement. What Dubai never ceases to amaze, but what's done and how it is really brought to the next level every year must be in the calendar. As a German, obviously we were always very protective of the ITB. And it's certainly still a very important show, but I think this is better for business.
All right.
This is something, we are here with a quite big team, and we are certainly going to increase our presence and our events for next year here, because that's where it's happening.
Excellent. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you. Thank you very much for having me.
Okay.